Hi guys, welcome to the channel. I am Krishna Marathe. If you already have subscribed to my channel, you'll see that I'm a spiritual singer and a musician and a guitar player. And if you've come from Instagram, you'll know that I also teach musicians music business tips and mindset hacks, etc. Most of my Instagram content revolves around mindset, talking highly of yourself, and also how to crack the money game, how to upskill yourself, upgrade yourself in order to meet people who will actually give more money. And I've learned all of this through trial error, my own experiments, and some mistakes, and a lot of wins. And that's that. But I also have a degree in philosophy, and I've always been interested in Indian philosophy. And sometimes when I look at the state of the country, of course, we are progressing at a rapid pace. We have a lot of things to celebrate about. But when you look at the mindset of the average countryman, and by that I don't mean somebody who resides in a tier 2 or village sort of place. These days you have to measure a lot of words, right? What I mean is the average Indian does not feel confident. The average Indian thinks that we are a part of the third world country. The average Indian thinks that we are poor, that somebody else is getting rich, and we have no other way but to survive through this somehow. That's our mentality. But like you can see the picture at the back, right? That's Lord Krishna and that's Arjun, and they are on the battlefield where Bhagavad Gita was told to Arjun. And I wonder sometimes, that was our golden age. What has changed so drastically that we have not been able to recover from this at all and come back closer and closer to this picture where everybody was wealthy and knowledgeable and wise and confident, and we had mathematicians and astronomers, and we have given the world yoga and ayurveda. We are that race of people, and now what has happened? One of the things that I strongly believe, without getting too political about this, is that we have been systematically moved away from our roots. We have been told repeatedly to not take pride in our roots, in our philosophies. Everything is debunked, everything is measured against science and empirical data, and all of that. And somehow being irreligious has been preached to the majority of the country. Yoga is not Hindu, Ayurveda is also not Hindu. It's a whatever, whatever. It's just been made colorless. Yoga is not Hindu. Yoga is an ancient science or something like that. And that's the reason why I think we have lost our pride, and we have, because it's easy to question Indians, right? Oh wow, you have all this philosophy, what have you done with it? Look at the state of your country, it's so dirty, there is so much poverty, this and that, so much disparity of income. But I think that if we actually start using our philosophy and our sciences at an individual level, slowly but surely our country will change. That's my belief. Because the country and the feeling that we have for our country, the feeling that you have about Indianness, culture, Bharatiyata, it's not somewhere outside, it's inside all of us. Philosophy is to be lived individually within us, into our own lives, not somewhere outside. So I think that if we truly understand that this philosophy, right, it is not just meant uh, as a path to mere salvation. I don't even know what that means anymore. What salvation? Moksha from this cycle of birth and death. But are we even living our birth properly? No. Do you think this guy, Lord Krishna, would tell Arjun to no, just forget about it, just surrender, be detached from your life? Do you think this is the conversation that they were having in the Bhagavad Gita? No, my God, quite the opposite. So, why are we misusing our philosophy? I think the misuse is happening because we don't think that we are going to get practical results, actual results. And by actual results, I mean actual success, actual money, actual satisfaction, actual wealth, actual abundance, actual relationships, actual love, or whatever else that we want, health. I don't think we connect that this philosophy, the greatest philosophy in the world, and these goals that we have, they have any connection. Because philosophy like this has been misused, it has been misinterpreted, it continues to be misinterpreted. So I have taken it upon myself to interpret these things practically for our own life, for a benefit, for achieving our goals, not for like some vague philosophical idea. No. Surrender. What surrender? Where? And another thing that I have a big objection to is also that we, in this quest to become spiritual, we make our own selves very small. We think, oh, I don't understand anything, so I will follow somebody. No. If you make yourself small, you're not going to understand anything anyway. You're not going to be able to achieve anything anyway. Nobody else is more qualified to tell you about your own life but you. Okay? And the message that has been given in the Bhagavad Gita by the Lord is a very great message in order to make yourself great. There is no need to shy away from your potential greatness. Surrender, all that we'll see later. Okay? And not the surrender that is usually meant, or detachment. I say become attached to your life, 100% attachment to your life. So much that you take complete accountability for your life. Don't blame the country, don't blame the society, don't blame your parents, don't blame your teachers or people in the past or some circumstances. It's nothing. Full responsibility. Because this Lord Krishna and the self, the higher self, your own higher self, they are the same. Okay? The very same. So a person like this or a Lord like this is not going to appear from the outside, because what is that God which you will be able to anyway see with your five senses? What kind of a Lord will that be anyway? But this Lord that you are, you can see this God in the mirror, right? So will you honor this God from today? So let me quickly start this. Hopefully it will become a series, but this is going to be practical advice to achieve your goals based on the Bhagavad Gita and maybe some other philosophies also. But this is not some nonsense about detachment and surrender and close your eyes and sit in your room, meditate for 5 hours. No. If you don't want to meditate, please don't meditate. And you'll still achieve your goals. So these two shloks are from the 3rd chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. It's the Karma Yoga. Yeah, the yoga of action. So obviously the Lord wants you to take action in your life. But how do you take action? This is verse 17, shlok 17. But the man who is devoted to the self and content in the self alone has no obligatory duty. In the next shlok, he says, he has no object in the world to gain by doing an action, nor does he incur any loss by non-performance of an action, nor has he any need of depending on any being for any object. My friends, you are more than enough for your own life. Anything that you want to do, anything that you want to achieve, no matter where you are, you will be able to get to it. It's just that we have to wash away some nonsense that has been handed down to us from generations, and we have to reverse that. We have to start telling ourselves different things, brainwash ourselves into delusion of goodness. Yeah. So what do these two verses mean? You don't need to depend on any being on the outside. Your higher self is you, your subconscious mind, that which cannot be cut, cannot be wet by water, cannot be burned by fire. That subconscious mind will guide you. But how? You have to be that version of yourself that you want to be every moment, because there is only now. There is only the present moment. Is past is an illusion, future is an illusion. Now. So every now you be something that you want, and the version of you that already exists and this being every moment will meet through time. Basically, that's the technique. I know it sounds confusing, but in other words, it's your imagination. Imagine good things. Don't imagine fights when you're having a shower. Don't imagine arguments when you're driving. These are the basic things. Don't imagine doom and gloom scenarios. Don't prepare for an emergency when there is no evidence of the same. Okay? So, feed yourself, the higher self, good things. Be the version of yourself that you want to see every moment now. Assume it is already done because it is done. And in the next video, if I upload this, I don't feel so sure these days, but I'll also tell you how Lord Krishna says that creation is already finished. Everything is already done. All you have to do is do your part. That's what he was telling Arjun also. Every other person that you were supposed to kill and you're hesitant to do your duty as a warrior, I've already killed them because I am time. And he showed his Vishwaroop Darshan, and he showed that everyone was already dead. All past, present, future, everything was just there in his Vishwaroop Darshan. And he showed Arjun that they're already dead. All you have to do is do your part of being a warrior. What is our part? If that is the goal of wealth, of abundance, of love, then you can't fight with these concepts in your head all the time and then expect the contrary. That doesn't work. Do you understand at least the gist of what I'm saying? I believe that this is our superpower. Imagination. Telling yourself good things. Not fighting against the world outside. This is all old news. This is all an illusion anyway. The button, the master key is all here. Here. Your mind is extremely powerful. Don't surrender it. Don't be detached from it. Don't meditate 5 hours in a day. Don't do that. You use it. Make this your tool. Don't let this carry you around. You carry that around. Anyway, we are going to do only one take over here, and no edits, no fancy, nothing. So, see you in the next video. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu.